was not a fun day. Especially when I was very, very injured and had to climb up the stairs.
No.
Attendance is mandatory.
Attendance is not mandatory because I'm level 4.
We'll be fine.
To do.
Alright, are we ready to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
I suppose.
So, I understand there's been some fallout between the two of you. And to start off today, I'm going to start and create a safe and structured environment for us to be able to share our feelings and what's going on between the two of us. So, let's just start off with creating some defining our purposes and objectives. Pittman, what would you say that the purpose and your objective here today would be?
I want to apologize, and I want to make very clear what the future will hold for at least myself.
And Dr. Lawson, what do you hope to accomplish here today?
To be frank, I have no idea, because as you learned last shift, I wasn't told all of the details of this. Like, I'm never told the details of anything.
So I'm going to set some ground rules to make sure that we all feel that we're being heard. So when one person's talking, and this is pretty rudimentary, let's try and not interrupt them no matter how much we wish to. I want us to all try our best to participate, and I want us to try and maintain some order and respect. That way we feel like the other one is respected and heard. Can we all agree with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I want us to try and use active listening, like I previously mentioned. Let's start with you, Pittman. Let's start with what you want to start with.
First, I'm sorry. Just a couple of shifts ago, I was obviously making you upset, and I just kept following you around. And I've done that in the past, and it's made you upset. And I'm very sorry.
It's fine.
Lawson, would you please tell the group about what may have occurred that would cause Pittman to believe that something was the issue?
Perhaps it was the many doors I slammed in his face as he kept following after me, and the fact that I refused to answer the door to both him and his son when they repeatedly came to try and check up on me in my Foundation-issued dormitory. After I, again, refused to speak to them.
So,
That might be it.
How do you think the slamming of the doors may have made Dr. Pittman feel?
Very obviously upset that I was shutting him out in both a literal and non-literal sense. I have already apologized for that.
Dr. Pittman, how did the slamming of the doors make you feel?
I wasn't really upset about that. It was more... I was afraid that I had upset her. It didn't hurt. It's not like they were directly on my face. I just didn't want to have upset her.
Do you know why she was running away from you?
Because I was following.
Okay. Dr. Noel, do you feel any strong emotions towards Dr. Pittman after this event?
Frankly, not really. I'm not upset at him. I'm not mad at him. Not at all.
And Dr. Pittman, do you feel any strong emotions towards Dr. Noel Lawson after the event?
Mainly just, I don't know, not really.
So it's come to my understanding that the situation had occurred where something had caused Dr. Noel Lawson to potentially try and remove herself from the situation, and then Dr. Pittman had followed suit, trying to comfort Dr. Lawson. Is that correct?
Just about.
So, Dr. Lawson, would you mind sharing what has led you to shut down? What led you to shut down in such a way that created the incident?
As in shutting down as in not wanting to speak with Dr. Pittman, therefore shutting doors in his face and trying to remove myself? Oh, I don't know. Maybe the fact that him and his son repeatedly came to my dormitory at different days, trying to check up on me when I was perfectly fine, and I said so through the door multiple times.
Please let us give you bread or drink of water or something.
I was fine. I had snacks in there.
Dr. Lawson, let's try and be respectful. So, how do you believe it made Dr. Pittman feel when you, in the instances where you would keep inside your dormitory and not answer or even see him or his son?
Obviously upset enough to the point where he was... Well, we know what happened. That shift?
Do you believe they came to check up on you in concern or in annoyance?
It's always concern. However, the concern becomes annoyance, and this is something that Dr. Pittman has always done.
So,
worry.
go ahead, Dr. Pittman.
I worry.
So, something we need to understand is that every person is different. Everyone has their different ways to express how they want to express. From you, I'm seeing is you like to be alone. You like to think about your thoughts and help yourself. Dr. Pittman over here likes to help other people. And both of you are in your own right. Everyone is different, and you can express the ways that you are different. But in the case of this situation, there needs to be some middle ground to be met. Dr. Pittman was just looking out for your health, even though you thought to yourself that you had it under control. Am I correct?
Yes, and I did have it under control. He always does this. He's done this for as long as I have known him, and to be frank, it's getting tiring. There, is that better? God, I hope so.
Dr. Lawson, you are... Please make sure that you keep an inside voice.
Fine, whatever. Treat me like a child, just like he does.
Dr. Lawson, no one's treating you like a child. I just want to make sure that Dr. Pittman feels respected and heard. It's one thing to be upset or annoyed about the kindness of one other person. It's also another thing to be upset about someone being upset about that. And at this point, it's come to where Dr. Pittman feels as though they have mentally hurt you to the point where you can no longer be friends. Is that correct, Pittman?
No.
Or to where you don't believe they are your friend?
I don't want to keep hurting her.
What was that?
I don't want to keep hurting her.
I'm gonna act like I heard that.
He doesn't want to keep hurting me.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're fine.
But, Dr. Noel, are you hurt at all? Other than being slightly annoyed with the constant checkup?
Hey, Pittman.
Yeah.
The junior doctor just kind of disintegrated, and also, do you know where the branch affairs of General Medical is? Because I need to report something to them, or at least a higher rank.
Currently, there are no higher ranks for GMC.
Shit.
We'll just have to use off-site communications.
Yeah, that's kind of the issue. This is a junior doctor. I'm not even sure if he hired this guy or not.
Is the guy you were escorting?
I'll tell you later.
Okay. As I was saying, Dr. Noel, do you feel like you've grown so far from Dr. Pittman that
Can I know
the
where
friendship would be ended?
In therapy.
Give it a moment.
My bad.
Can you repeat that one more time? I couldn't hear you over Dr. Cathard.
Did Pittman's actions feel like it drove a wedge between your two's relationship?
A bit over time, yes. But that's how it always goes with me. Eventually everybody just... Oh, I don't know, they either die, or they leave, or they disappear, and they stop talking to me.
So, shortly in that same shift, I had a conversation with Dr. Pittman. They seemed very distressed about the incident. Now, I know you personally don't like when other people check up on you or try and help you in any way. But, from my understanding, Pittman isn't like that. We're here today to try and make each other understand what we're going through and how we can work with each other. Pittman, like I said earlier, I would say is more of the social person. They want to make sure that everyone's doing well around them. You're more of an isolated person. It's the whole saying between extroverts and introverts. However, in this case, it's driven a wedge between your two's relationship. Pittman feels as though they've hurt you in some way of just trying to make sure that you are doing fine. And you felt as though there's a wedge drawn between the relationship because you slammed doors in their face. Although, Dr. Pittman, would you agree that that really didn't do much in the way of making you more upset at Dr. Noel?
No, it just made me realize I've been doing something wrong.
So, this is a little bit dragging on. I just want to make sure that we all know that there are differences in each person, and if you guys want to foster and keep this relationship going between the two, this friendship, there are some things that need to be worked out. Dr. Pittman you need to understand that Dr. Noel Lawson may not like the constant checkups, and Dr. Lawson, you may have to understand that Dr. Pittman wants to make sure that you are doing fine, and they prefer to make sure that people around them are doing fine. If we want to continue this relationship and this friendship that has been going on for however long, there needs to be open communication between the two of you. If you don't like something, Dr. Lawson...
Give it a moment. They're really taking their sweet time.
Isn't that the gender?
The first thing I'm gonna do, flat.
I don't know. Probably. How did he? How did he?
Cafeterias that complete under jurisdiction within the cafeteria. That is their law. They're allowed to do what they want.
No, they didn't hire Hugh. Oh, this site's going to shit for the day.
So, because this is dragging on quite a bit, I want to review and reflect what's been said here. Like I was saying, there are difficulties and challenges between the two of you that ultimately do need to be worked out. I challenge you to in your off time, try and discuss how each of you practically function. If Pittman, like I said, if Pittman functions in a way of they need to make sure that you're doing fine, then maybe once or twice a checkup may be fine. Or for you, where you want to be left alone and want to assist yourself in anything that pops up, maybe you can talk to Pittman and discuss things regarding that situation, such as, I don't know, possibly having a checkup through, I would say, a journal. It's the best way I have been able to have people in this situation be able to communicate. We at the site have the SCOM feature. If you don't want to see them face to face, the use of any other means of communication may be used. However, to have that work, there also needs to be the communication that allows Pittman to fully check up on you. And when things happen, when it turns to an incident that similar to when Pittman was chasing you throughout the facility, trying to make sure that you're fine, and several doors were slammed, try and find healthier ways to confront each other by having, say, you perhaps simply asking Pittman for a break, a moment of peace so you can get your mind. And Pittman appreciating that, but also making sure that you can also get your feelings and your thoughts across in a time that Lawson would be able to talk face to face. I challenge you to there's obviously some tension between Pittman thinking something has drawn a wedge between both of you, thinking that there's a wedge been drawn between your relationship. I challenge you to try and address what you believe that wedge would have been, and then try and find ways to remove the wedge. If the wedge was due to miscommunication, challenge yourselves to find different ways to communicate. In that way, both parties feel fulfilled in their needs. If it's something more communication, then if it's more something, yeah.
I appreciate what you're doing here, but this isn't going to help. This isn't addressing any of the actual problems. I appreciate the want to assist, but the problem is not that I'm checking up too often, or that she doesn't want to be checked up on. I could lower it to 1 time a month, and we'd still have the problem.
The effort between the two of you, I know it's a little difficult in group therapy sessions to address specific problems that each party is facing. And it may not be it might not be the communication. What would you say is the problem, Pittman?
The problem is that there's a disagreement, not about how often it has to be checked up on. There's just a disagreement between the two of us, and there's nothing. I don't know how to explain it. We can't agree.
And that's a challenge everyone will face, is the lack of agreement. In all relationships, they're forged in fire. There will be challenges in a friendship. If you can't come to agreement about a dispute or something along the lines, both of you need to put in the effort to try and find it. If everyone simply said, I can't find a solution, I'm going to give up, we would have gone nowhere as a society. The effort needs to be made on both of your parts. That's why I challenge you both to try and talk. I don't need to be here for you two to talk.
A very important discussion.
I'm actually...
Oh, y'all? Why are y'all here?
Get the fuck out!
Okay, let's go. Why are medical in here? Okay, you know what? Like I said, things just happen. Oh, wait.
You want to know What I want from Dr. Gabriel Pittman?
Yes.
Dr. Twine?
Medical.
I want him to stop treating me like I'm a bloody fucking child.
Like I said, some of the best.
I want him to stop checking up on me. I want him to leave me the fuck alone for a while.
Noelle.
And I've expressed this. No, I'm allowed to be angry. I'm allowed to express myself. You're not my bloody fucking father. So, I'm tired.
But you're not
Yeah,
allowed to be
yeah, you wanna know what else I'm allowed to do? I'm allowed to pull this out.
Hello, your excitement. I am going to announce testing to begin. Alongside the other
So you better let me keep fucking talking.
SCP-049 is seeing. Thank you.
I am tired of being treated like a child. I am tired of constantly being babysat. And I'm especially tired when my friend, when I was finally getting better, thought I was going insane. That's what I'm tired of.
Have you ever said that to Dr. Pittman?
I believe I have. Pittman, how many times have I told you to get away from me? On shift?
26.
However, Lawson, simply telling someone to get away from you doesn't address a problem. If there's an issue where you think you're being treated like a child, telling someone to simply get away from you doesn't inform them of that issue.
How about the times I told him, hey, stop babysitting me like I'm a child, or stop following me around like I'm some little lost toddler?
Pittman, has she asked you that?
Most of the times have been said that way. I keep saying I'm not treating her like a child, not babysitting her. I'm just worried.
Noelle, could you define to me what you believe to be being treated like a child? Is it just the constant checkups?
The constant checkups, the constantly being folded around, asking if you're okay, if I need something. I'm a full-grown woman, for fuck's sake. If I need something, I can go get it.
Dr. Pittman, what would you describe as being treated like a child?
I don't know.
If the issue is how the relationship is being handled, then we can work on
medical,
that.
hello?
If simply you feel as
Anybody
though you're
online?
treated like a child,
What can we help you with?
We have a schizophrenic D-class in the D cells, not taken care of. Do we have room to bring him in?
Dr. Jade is up there, so you'll be fine.
So yes, bring them up to medical bay.
Okay. I'm gonna request a security transport.
So if the root of the cause is because you feel like you're being treated like something you're not, then this is the perfect time to discuss that.
I have already discussed this with Dr. Pittman to ad infinitum at this point. But it just keeps happening.
So this goes back to my discussion of different character flaws and such like that. Everyone's different. Pittman may not see it as being treating someone like a child. Pittman may just see it as simple looking after one other of their friends. You see it differently. That's the miscommunication that is making you two suffer. I understand that you've told Dr. Pittman several times that this is the case. Dr. Pittman, have you ever tried different methods to check up on them?
We did. That's why we started going to Dawn, sort of just trying to talk to her here.
So that, from what I'm seeing, is that's the issue. is it's not that both of you are having...
Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know. There's just something changed the air around you. It's gone now, but there was a definite sense of reality being a little bit not right. I don't know. I'm sorry.
What's going on over here? What are you three stragglers doing? We can't have stragglers now, can we? I need a good show. Go get to work, you guys. I need a good show.
We are at work.
We literally are working.
Is that perhaps the change in air you were talking about?
That was the change in it.
Yes. I would assume so.
So the best way to resolve this is assessing the communication. If there's different ways, Pittman, you would like Pittman to do checkups on you, because if the compromise would be allowing Pittman to be able to check up on you. If you don't allow other people to at least know how you're doing, things are going to start escalating. They're going to start getting worried. Things of that nature. To compromise in this situation, you have to allow yourself to let Pittman at least know how you're doing. And Pittman, you should be able to discuss with Lawson the different ways and methods that she would prefer you to ask these questions. Do you guys have any recommendations on how you would like to...
Is somebody going up the stairs? I thought I heard footsteps on the stairs.
How to throw hot oil if you're down there?
That's our medical doctor down there, I think.
I don't know, I can't see.
So let's start with there. Is Noelle, what do you believe Pittman could do that would still allow them to check up on how you're doing, but would allow you to not feel like you're being treated as though you are a child?
For fuck's sake, how many times do I have to say this? I don't want them checking up on me.
Lawson, you must be at least open to compromise. It is just if it's just Pittman. Words hard, fuck. Pittman is the kind of person that likes to be able to help people. There's tons of them in the world. That's just how Pittman is. If this relationship and this friendship's to continue, then some compromises are to be made that allows for Pittman's personality and the way Pittman is to still be there while allowing you to be how you are and not wanting to be treated as though a child. I want you to try and imagine how you would feel if Pittman had decided to not talk to anyone and, say, lock themselves in a room for months on end. How would that make you feel if you weren't able to see them or hear from them?
Oh, I would assume that they were doing just fine because for a while that's just what Gabriel did. Stop talking to me after he got that big fancy promotion.
Good.
Hi.
Right.
You wouldn't let me.
Yes, it's always Daniel's fault with you.
Noelle?
I have notes in my apartment. He threatened my children if I tried to talk to you.
He wouldn't do that.
He thought I was the fucking problem. You really think if he thought I was the problem, you really think he wouldn't do that? You think there's a single fucking
Honestly,
length he wouldn't go for you?
I would think that he would have just fucking buried your body in the Sahara in another concrete box again.
He did.
It would have made sure you stayed down there.
You only reason I was let out is because he figured out I wasn't the problem. Still
I'm
didn't
fucking done. You have a good rest of
on
shift.
radio?